My name is Charles Caldwell. I'm the Vice President of Product Management at Logi Analytics. So as a product manager, I ask my engineering teams to build lots of things. And my best engineering teams will often come back and tell me that they shouldn't build it at all. They can actually go out and buy something and plug it in, which will accelerate us quite a long ways to our roadmap. And as I think about this, and particularly as I'm engaging with my engineering teams on it, the things that we'll start to look at on a build versus buy is really, is it in our core IP? Is it something that we should be building because it advances the value of our product? Or is this a use case or a capability that's broadly available? It's not necessarily differentiated for our product, even though it may be important, and it's something that we could acquire and easily plug in. And in things like reporting and dashboards and embedded analytics as one example, it's a great example of a use case where for basic requirements, and this is always the temptation, you look at the first set of requirements, they are basics. You can build that, and you can build it relatively quickly. But where you'll get caught on these build versus buy decisions is when there's a whole set of very rich, robust, and non-trivial problems to solve along the way, where the requirements get much more sophisticated. With things like embedded analytics, if it's a single chart on a page, you're gonna go grab some components, you're gonna slap that component into the page, and you're gonna be done with that pretty quickly. The trick is, as the product manager, folks like me run off and go talk to customers. They don't just want that chart on the page. They want drill down, they want state persistence, they want a dashboard, they want dashboards that they can collaborate and share and schedule and export to PDF, and then they want self-service. They want to be able to build all of it on their own. And the requirements start to get extremely deep. And your ability to kind of put all of this stuff together with components or build it on your own goes from a few points and a few sprints to really an entire team or potentially an entire product or product component inside of your team. Becomes very non-trivial very quickly. So you really have to be careful and make sure that you understand not just the immediate requirements, but also those longer term requirements. And if it's not core to the IP and it's going to have sophisticated requirements attached to it, that's really an area that you want to go out and acquire something to plug in versus spending your valuable engineering sources building it on your own. You know, another thing to consider is a lot of these use cases, and especially a use case like dashboard and reporting, from the perspective of the individual engineer, it's really just not that interesting of a problem to solve. The problem has been solved. There's a whole industry around it. There are interesting problems to solve there, but your product management's not going to let you solve those problems because that's more of a generalized platform problem to solve. So the really hard stuff, you're not going to get to because you need to be solving the really hard problems in your own core product. So again, this is where a lot of my best engineers will come to me and say, could I build this and could my team build this? Totally, because we're awesome. We can totally build that. Do we want to build this in the context of what we're here to do? Absolutely not. Let's go acquire something and plug it in so we can get focused back on the really interesting problems we're solving that have high value to our customer base.